Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Millennium News 24 Power Talk. And I'm your host, Eric Stevenson. Welcome to another great Sunday afternoon here. And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in once again. As we always tell you, and as we always say, we always try to keep it interesting and keep it exciting with our guests. And we shift always from health to politics to government, but we hear enough of the politics and government stuff right now. It's 24 hours around the clock, but I figure we bring some joy in now. And we'll start with a wonderful guest here. And we're fortunate to have her in person live in our studio because she's traveling so many places throughout the world, in London and France and everywhere, and get ready to go on to Italy, promoting a great work for the love of reggae. Miss Marcia Deans, the founder and producer.
Thank you, Eric. I am so honored to be here. I'm excited to share the vision and the idea for the love of reggae. It's a documentary celebrating reggae music from the beginning of the ska and the rocksteady era, and on.
Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Many people always look at music as being just a form of dancing and entertainment, in the sense of just you hear a rhythm, you hear a beat, you go to dance, right? But this is something that's a little bit more than just hearing.
We started singing every little corner in New York City, promoting reggae. In those days, when you talk about reggae, the Yankee then call it coconut music. And they say, go back to the island with the coconut music. And you see what reggae becomes today.
I remember one time I was on a show and I was playing for a charity event with some autism kids. And one of the kids couldn't hear, but he loved the music. They are saying to him that something is wrong with you. We're going to have to send you to somewhere else because you don't listen, and you act like a madman. He just happened to come and stand up beside the music. And while I was playing the music, I remember playing Shabarang, Sting-a-ling-a-ling. And I see when the kid shake his head and something fell out his ears. And I hold on to him and I pull it up. It was a teenager cockroach in that kid's ear. There was nothing wrong with the child. And the same reggae music is what helped him.
Reggae music is our music. The love of reggae is our music, Jamaican music. We create reggae from what we call the feelings that we have, what we've been through, the understanding of how to live with people, how to understand what love is. Because Bob Marley is saying, one love, one heart. And it's reggae music. The heartbeat, the rhythm pulse, the movements of reggae. What you hear, the love of reggae. I love it so much that I know that the world also love reggae.
A beat that encompasses so many different behaviors as this, what we collectively call nowadays reggae music.
When I got to #1 slot, it took a lot of changes because the song was different and the beat was different. So I got some dancers with me, keep concerts in small places all over the place, all over Jamaica. And we teach them to dance. Boom, boom, tip, tip, tap, tip, tip, take a sip. And it was good.
Go to school and go study about your love burger. And you can't spell cook if you not reach Maka 8, no ask how food cause. Now what you face them. Reggae is the groundation of Jamaican, authentic, organic, real music.
Hang it on. Welcome back to Power Talk, and that was great trailer introduction of the soon to be great documentary of reggae music for the love of reggae. And as I was mentioning, people see reggae music as rhythm and just dancing. But as you just heard from this short trailer, it was more than that. It was kind of like a transformation of people's lives through information that was put through the music. As you know from the great Bob Marley and others, how they taught and sang through reggae music as a way of liberation and freedom of oppression from those who was trying to hold down Jamaica in the world at that time and black people. But so it's more to just rhythm and dancing. And we're glad to know that something is coming to light to bring to the world shortly for the love of reggae. So, Ms. Marcia Deans, why don't you tell listeners what inspired you to want to do this documentary?
As a young girl, I lived in England from I was 8, and I've been loving the music so much over the years. The ska, the rock steady as a child, and my uncle used to have. We used to do house parties in England in the 60s, and I went and learned to do tap dance and do ska, and then I moved to US, and about 5, 10 years ago, I just didn't like how the music is going. I was upset because reggae is from hip hop, right? And it, for the love of hip hop, is making millions. What is wrong with reggae? Reggae is the music that opened up the avenue for all other genres of music. And I was really like, there got to be something how I could market this music named reggae. I went to bed and I got up the next morning. I came up with I called my daughter and said, come up with this idea. She said, yeah, mom. So we're trying to work out the name. Then she said, mom, 10 minutes. I got the name for your idea. What? For the love of reggae. So that was it. That's the way it was born. Because of myself, two minds together, creating the love of this music. And I thank her for that. And I started on my journey to meet artists and talk about the idea. And a lot of the artists say, yes, I love it. I talked to Off Pint. Luciana is the one telling me, go take care of it. I love it.
Well, I think that's a great, wonderful idea, and that you come up with such a name because it's really a great name. You know, it's simple, but it's so meaningful. For the love of reggae, you know, it's very deep name when you really look into it. There's so, you know, when they say a picture says 1,000 words, and just hearing these words alone, it just gives you a picture of 1,000 phrases. So
yeah, it does.
So we're looking forward to that. So why don't you tell us a little bit of history about how reggae music was started?
Well, as a child living abroad, and since I'm on this journey, I end up learning a lot from a good friend of mine, Prince Buster's son. I went to Orange Street, downtown Orange Street, and saw it for myself, and I was just blown away where the music started down Trenchtown, Orange Street. All the musicians, they were poor, they didn't have any money, and the music is the one that inspired them, and everybody used to work together as a team and share each other idea. And that's how, when you go into the music, go to the ska. Remember, we had a little mentor. Mentor is a part of it. I'm not going to show that. It's very important. The mentor, then mentor is ska, and then ska is rock steady. And that's it, because ska was a very hot beat, and then it was getting like, people are getting tired of dancing so much, then they lower it down to make it easy. And then there was a thing that I was on this journey of my education of this music, that they used to say, rent a tile. You just stand in that tile and just rock. And that's why they call it rock steady, rent a tile. So this journey of the education of music need to be told, because you need to know where you come from so you can move forward in life. And the music need the history for the younger generation to see the struggle, the fight to get this music out, because the music was not people did not really open their arms to the Jamaican music much. They were playing mostly R&B music and country in Jamaica and classical. So when you start bringing the downtown music to the uptown, they didn't play it on the radio. I'm just being honest. They did not play it on the radio. So I want to show the history that this wasn't a simple music named reggae. It's the love of the music why it's here today. These artists didn't get paid. They just went on stage and loved the music and they just give back. So people have to understand the love of something that is unconditional.
Well, that's great. It's actually going to serve as a preservation of reggae music, because you know what we're hearing today, how they phasing out reggae music into another sound like a new wave music. It's not the reggae that we know and where what was the foundation music, you know. But so where you at now with it? When could we expect a final um, uh, viewing of the full documentary? Is it going to be this year or maybe next year? When do
It's
you?
definitely not this year.
Okay.
It's right now in September, but the thing with a journey and a vision,
Mhm.
I need investors.
Mhm.
And that's the problem. I'm not there worrying about it because I have faith. This is a love child.
Mhm.
This is something need to be done by a Jamaican. And that's the point. We need to step up and help each other and bring our music up to a high level. So I went to Jamaica. I did the trailer, but then I'm stuck in the middle to continue. So I need investors, executive investors, to invest in my project. And I'm just being honest. It's been a journey. And I'm not giving up on this project because I went to France and they love it. I went to the Cannes Film Festival and they love it. They can't wait for me to come back next year and show the entirety of the documentary. So without finance, I can't move forward.
Well, I think there's enough artists out there, and hopefully many are listening, or someone would get to some of them to realize the importance of this, um, at how it's come together and being able to come to full blown documentary. I'm sure that's the time when everybody wants to run through the door.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Dean, Marcia,
Yes.
Marcia, but they don't want to be at the grind time.
Yeah, this is the ground.
So they need to join in on the grind time and say, hey, Marcia now, and not, hey, Marcia later. If they're going to be with you, they need to join in and be with you from now and let this thing grow to where it has to grow, because it is going to grow. The name alone is a success, and it's going to be a success because it already is. And just for the people who's involved already. So as it's coming together, um, we'll be looking to go to the theaters to see it.
Yes, and I'm saying it's not just one person, it's a group of us right now are doing this. My graphic, my business partner Hal, I thank him. I have graphics, I have my webmaster. He's amazing. I have people are contributing. It has nothing to do with money. It's about unity to create something done by Jamaican. Done by Jamaican. I have my artist in Jamaica. He's going to do a mural for me, all about the famous artists going through this journey. And my daughter, of course, loves support, always there for me. She does the back end of everything. She take care of all the traveling, the bookings and everything. And she comes with me on this journey. We went to France, England, and now we're going to Italy. So it's a group of us. And I just want to say thank you personally to the people that have been supporting me. And of course, my producer as well, who did the video. Hope you guys like that. And he's amazing, amazing producer.
So how far back in reggae music when are you going when it comes to, I mean, from the beginning, I know you said, but like some of the people who's still amongst us now, who we may look forward to seeing the documentary?
I'm gonna have a touch of reggae, a touch of mental. We gotta do mental is very important, and we're gonna go into stage with mental, then ska, rock steady. And the point is, I'm not just doing one documentary, Eric. I am doing an evolution of the music. That's the kick. That is for the love of reggae, the evolution of the music, starting from mental, and we're going to do 60s, 70s, 80s, and on, as long as I can, because we need to educate the younger generation.
So what artists could we look forward to hearing from in the beginning part?
Well,
just a few.
Okay, I have Keelan Bedford. I got Echo Minot. I got so many artists. Carl Dawkins, Sparrow Martin. I talked to, it's all about the eras. So I got the 60s I'm working on right now.
You work on the 60s first.
Yeah,
so you're going to phase it out. You're going to phase it. Okay.
No, we're going to have the 60s, the 70s, and then wait for the 80s, 90s. You're going to go crazy. I have not Beanie Man said yes. Beanie Man said I'm in. I got Bounty Killer I met one of the couple of the Marleys. Let's see if they come on board. Marcia Griffiths I'm talking to. But you know, at the end of the day, they want to see first.
I'm sure by the time the 60s come out and the 70s, everybody's going to want to be not left out and say, wait a minute, I have to be part of the 80s or 90s because that's my era. So they're going to come running, definitely want to be part of it because they don't want to be left out of it. You know, so that's why they putting their claim in now.
Yes, you got to put your claim in. And the era, and I have, of course, as I said, Luciano. I have him. I met up with Arfind if I can find him, but I have a lot of artists. And what's that? Your friend? We were supposed to see him today, but he couldn't make it.
Oh, Papa Michigan.
Yeah,
he'll come another time. But you know, we're gonna take a quick break and return right back. Just hold your seats. Hello, viewers in America and across the world. This is Eric Stevenson, host of the Power Talk show on Millennium News 24. Tune in every week at Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, American Time, and also on all of your iOS and Android devices. Also on Smart TV and Apple, Amazon, and worldwide through Verizon Satellite. And also worldwide through www.millenniumtvnews.com. And that's www.millenniumnews24.com. And through our social media, Millennium News. See you then. Welcome back to Power Talk here on Millennium News 24. I'm your host, Eric Stevenson, and we're in the studio with Miss Marcia Deans, the producer of the documentary Coming for the Love of Reggae. So welcome back. And as we're hearing about this documentary coming forth, I know we're all anxious. So I know I am just to be able to see these segmented sessions from the 60s, 70s, and up. So, and it's going to be something that's going to be left behind as history for people worldwide, whoever wants to know about what happened in the 60s with reggae music or the 70s, 80s. It would be something laid out for people to go in like a library. So Ms. Deans, I know you're excited. And
I'm very excited. And a lot of people, it's not about the artist, before I forget, it's about the musician. I am going to be featuring musician as well. I have Clive Hunt I'm working with. We're going to do an album, a compilation album for the love of reggae. So we're going to bring in the musician. We're going to talk about their journey, because without the musician, there wouldn't be no music. So we have to honor them, and the engineers. And I have Clive Hunt. He's going to be working with me when I'm ready. He's an amazing producer. So look out for a great album as well.
So on your way to Italy, what is going to happen there? Is this going to be something people are going to hear about there as well?
Well, I'm going to Verona, Italy, and they're having an international fashion show. And the owner of the magazine, she invited me to come and show my trailer, and hopefully could open up doors in Italy to get some investors. So everyone is just doing their part to let people be aware of what I'm doing to get some help. And she said, you never know. She loved it and she's supporting it. And I'm going to get an article in a magazine as well.
That's great. That's great. So we're looking forward to it. I was hoping we could have some other artists or something to come in as well, or to share some insight. But I guess maybe another time we could do that.
Definitely. There's more insight. I will come back and talk about Verona, Italy, and show you some photos of the trip, because that is amazing opportunity to go to Italy
Yes.
to show them the history, because they do know reggae, but the history, I'm taking them back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important.
So where does Bob Marley play? Anybody from his family play a role in any of this? Or?
Well, I'm talking to a couple of Bob Marley kids, and I did went to Bob Marley house. I'm going to take you back there. I did go there, and I do have the rights now. They gave me the open invitation to show where you used to live at his house, remember, in Trenchtown. And they have, I saw where his bed was, the original bed, the original Volkswagen truck. It's amazing history, and I'm going to be taping that as well. And I'm waiting on, I'm not going to say right now because there's no yes, Marcia, but I do get some interest in being a part of the documentary. So that's important, right? Some interest.
So how are any of the younger generation involved, or?
It's just his kids.
Oh, it's good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to one of the daughters.
Well, that's great, and that's something we're going to continue to watch and monitor.
Yes.
I was hoping we could have had the whole documentary to play. One day we come back and show the
45,
listeners.
60 minutes. It's gonna be long.
Yeah, well, that's good.
So you're gonna just be the first.
We'll come back and give the Millennium News viewers a chance to get it firsthand. Watch to see the whole show here one day after completion.
Yes, definitely. Because I'm gonna have, if everything works on time and I get the investors and we get it finished, I will have it at the Cannes Film Festival next year. And then I'm going to be premiering it at the Cannes Film Festival. And my vision is reggae is such an amazing music. I am taking it to go put it to get a Grammy and an Oscar. Because I think it's Oscar worthy of the history of reggae. So that is my dream.
Yes.
So it's not just doing something, it's doing something on a high level. And my dream is to be at the Oscar and walk that red carpet. And Jamaica need to be there. We need to step up with our history and show the world this is where it came from. You can use it, but it came from us. Enjoy, because we are blessed as Jamaicans to have such a music. And we're sharing it to the world, but understand the history of where it started from. So when you say for the love of reggae, it's from Jamaica, and we're sharing this talent to the world. You can take it, change it, but at the end of the day, it's reggae.
Yeah, I see you have a beautiful poster here of the documentary. Maybe the viewers can.
This is an amazing. This is my poster.
So colorful and beautiful.
And you understand Jamaica is colorful. It's all about. You just look at it and you know it's me. It's reggae. And these are some of the artists I'm working with. Got great Keelan Bedford, Pam Hall. They're all here.
Yes.
Carl Dawkins, Sparrow Martin, and many more.
So beautiful. It looks so.
Yes. And thank you for and most important, my graphic designer. Thank you, Hal. He's amazing, and he's my business partner too.
Did a great job.
He did. So I have to big up to Hal.
Very, very great. Yes. So moving forward, so we hope to get. I mean, you will. It's just on timing now. I'm sure. Anytime now, someone's just going to say, "Okay, let's go to completion. The funds is there. Wrap it up. Get it on the market going, then you start working on your next phase." And so we look forward to seeing how people are going to get more involved in this.
Yes, we really need people to be involved. It's not about me. I'm a very creative person. I'm just being honest. This is me. And I have this idea and this passion. And that it's about passion, but it's a team effort. It's so much effort that so many people say, "Listen, Marcy, I love what you're doing. This is what I'm good at. I want to be a part of this." And when I get on that stage, it's going to be so much people. Sorry, going to be so much people that is going to be crazy. So much people.
Sure. How about the Jamaican government? I mean, I don't know how to what extent they get involved in these things, but is there any hand or any assistance that they could give you a support of this, even if it's not financial, but to
I am talking
show like an endorsement of it?
Yes, I'm talking to JamPro, and they have been a program for to help us. So I am waiting on them to send me an email and see if they will assist me. And they're gonna be assisting quite a few Jamaican filmmakers to make their dream come true. So I already did everything, so I'm waiting to JamPro. So the Jamaican government is assisting me, and I appreciate the opportunity they gave me. I was down in Jamaica, did what I had to do, and I'm waiting. And I'm very positive about what they're doing because they want us more Jamaican to get involved in doing.
Well, the Jamaica's going to benefit from it, you know.
Yes, I'm very happy
So
as a Jamaican
it's
to do
only
that.
works hand in hand. It only
That
makes sense
definitely.
because the whole documentary is going to root to the creation of where reggae music started, right? So it only makes sense that the government be supportive of it. And it's something positive. It's something for to the young to look forward to and encourage the young to continue
Definitely.
on the path of preserving what was started and keeping it positive, as most of these artists telling a lot of life stories in their music. That's, you think, like I said, it's all about dance and rhythm. No, but it's all about many times it's all about a story and about words of wisdom for your life to go on in a better life. Like Bob Marley. I mean, everything you see what he said. He talked about different times of his life that he was going through, and he was singing it through his music, and people were learning. It was like a learning book. He was opening up to Bob Marley's music and hearing his words of encouragement for your life. So it was more than just the rhythm and dancing, as I say.
And Jamaica have other cultures as well.
Mhm.
We are going to be marketing Jamaica, the beautiful country. I'm going to do the scenery of different parts of Jamaica as well. I'm going downtown, uptown. I'm going to the country. So it's not just about the music; it's the entire country where this beautiful music comes from. And we're going to be talking to the living legends that they're going to tell us their journey with a lot of music as well. Remember, it's all about music here. So it's going to be an amazing ride that people could look forward to the sequel.
Mhm.
We're going to do the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. And as long as I can, I keep it going. For the younger generation need to know this.
The 2000s sound like a different reggae music now.
Yes, the 2000s.
I'm hearing some music players and this is reggae music. Well, I said, well, I guess it's really a new generation reggae, but they're still doing good.
But once we get them to understand this history and they get back into themselves and create music now, come on, create music, no computer. Get in the studio, get the musician and create good music.
Get back to the instruments and to the real
I agree.
things of music. Everything they want to use computerized and take out the work now and make it easy. Go back to those instruments and make real music again,
And that's what I'm doing with Mr. Clive Hunt. We are going into the studio and get the original music and do the compilation album.
That's going to be something to look forward to.
On vinyl. That's the idea.
Wow.
Red vinyl. That's what I want to do. Because the world need to go back to the history of the vinyl and the real music in the studio. That's what we're trying to recreate that era, the 60s, 70s with the ska. And have all the ska musicians going to be using. All the ska who's in the documentary going to do a compilation album with them.
So how would this documentary be viewed once it's finalized? Would it go into theaters or would it be select or private theaters, or how you intend to have people view it?
Well, my vision is I'm going to shop it to the festival first, and we're going to try and get a distribution deal.
Or maybe a Netflix.
Netflix. The idea was Netflix, all the other, because we want to show the first one and then we flip it to the series of evolution of different years. And that's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
So people be looking forward to it. And this is the idea that Jamaica will be always there on the network because I'm doing errors in Jamaica. So people might say, oh, let's go to Jamaica. Reggae was here, reggae was there. And you see, I'm selling Jamaica and the music all in one with the history. So it works.
Well, it's great. I'm seeing all these great artists here. It's
and
very
these are
good.
these great artists are something else.
Mm-hmm.
I love Pamela, Charlie Algonair,
Mm-hmm.
Carl Dawkins, Audrey Orr, Keelan Bedford. These are legends, legends. And wouldn't you be interested to learn how they get there and their music?
Yeah, they all have a life story, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Would that all be part of the documentary?
Yes, they're here on the yes, I have all of them.
I mean, they would give their life story, how they came up to.
I'm going to take you back. We're going to
Okay.
go down to Jamaica and do most of the shoot there. And then we have to go to England. England is so important. England is really the country that really opened up for reggae music. Not in Jamaica, England.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that. So a lot of people say, if you don't put England in Marcia, shame on you. England is vital. And a lot of the artists are living in England. So I'm going to go to England. I got few in England I'm waiting on. They already said yes. So this thing is going to be England, Jamaica. Maybe we'll take it to other countries. Because reggae is all over the world.
Oh, yeah. Throughout Africa, throughout the world. Come on. They love reggae. They just play throughout the world. It's probably like the number one music around the world. And I mean, every country amongst all, young and old, they know if they don't listen, they know what is reggae music.
As you say reggae, they say Bob Marley.
Yeah.
My thing is, we need
he
to
set a record
educate
for
them.
it. But you know what? We can take a quick break, come back and finish up. Just stay with us for a minute, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, viewers in America and across the world. This is Eric Stevenson, host of the Power Talk show on Millennium News 24. Tune in every week at Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, American Time, and also on all of your iOS and Android devices. Also on Smart TV and Apple, Amazon, and worldwide through Verizon Satellite. And also worldwide through www.millenniumtvnews.com. And that's www.millenniumnews24.com. And through our social media, Millennium News. See you then. Welcome back to Millennium News 24 Power Talk. Your host, Eric Stevens, I'm with you, and Ms. Marcia Deans, producer for The Love of Reggae documentary coming very soon. So, it's so much to talk about. We're going to have so many more sit-downs. It can't be all done in this 1 hour's time. This is a very basic introduction of who's behind this and the vision behind it. And as we go forward, we'll unfold with greater things and bring other artists in with their opinion and vision on why it's so important, this documentary. And as Marcia was just saying, how it goes throughout the world. Reggae's heard of and listened to by young and old as well. And if they haven't listened to it, they know it or have heard of it. Or one thing they all know and heard, Bob Marley, who set the record across the planet, and this documentary is going to follow right behind it with a history of all of it. So that's the good part of it all. And I think we're going to be more and more anxious as time goes on to put the fire by Marcia, tell her, let's go, hurry. Everybody's waiting to see this. And I'm sure it's going to be done quickly. And I can just see as she tours it and goes throughout Africa and around the world and Asia. And Asia loves reggae music. Germany, England, so on and so on. It's going to just be so big. And it would only be one phase of it. So that's a great thing, Marcia.
Yes, we want to educate everyone. Everyone. And a lot of people don't understand what reggae does. It does to me. It takes you into another level. You could be down and out, feeling sad. I went to Rebel Salute this year, because every year I go because I love the music and I network a lot. Because
Is that the yearly concert?
Yes, Tony Rebel.
Okay.
And I was an artist was performing, Glenn Washington, and I was right at the stage. And it's the music. I start dancing. And RFM videotape me while I'm in another. and Eric, they videotape me, and my moves were not regular moves. Because when I dance, good, huh? I'm in another world. I don't worry who's looking at me because, it's my music.
The music touched you, huh?
When it touched you, feel no pain.
Yeah.
So RFM, one of the biggest radio station in Jamaica, videotaped me, and they sent it on Instagram. I had over 30,000 views.
Wow, 30,000 views. That's great. So quick. That's great.
So you can see what the music does to you. At my stage in life, I'm like, oh my God. And everybody think, Marcia, I saw you on Instagram. And everybody say, where you go, girl? That was so funny. But that's what I'm just showing you. I even get myself in trouble with reggae. I got some crazy dance out there. And they put it on social media. But listen, I love the music. And I'm inspired by it. And listen, I'm so thankful to God and my journey that gave me the enrichment of my creativity to give back to Jamaica. That's it. For the love of reggae. What can I say?
I used to always like the different artists in reggae, like of course Bob Marley, we all know, and Burning Spear always had positive message, and
yes,
Peter Tosh, of course, and it was so much different artists that always brought forth so much positive things about the life they was going through, about the life they came through, and educating people on avoiding pitfalls in life, and how to deal with life and certain things, how men and women should have relation and how the family. So it's more, like I said, and I have to keep going back to, it's more just a rhythm and dance.
And the story, the songs are meaningful behind it. And I wanted to tell the viewers that was it 2 years ago? I went to Rotterdam in Spain as well. So I got lots of photographs of that. And I was walking. I'm backstage, and I met Steve Pulse.
Still Pulse, another group, yes.
And he said, hi, I'm Marcia Deans. He said, I know about you. I'm like, excuse me, Steve Pulse know about me. I said, can I take some pictures? And Barrington Levy was there. So many artists was there. So you don't understand. Rotterdam give a week of reggae festival.
Wow.
They make millions. So don't take reggae lightly. Yeah. Reggae can bring in millions.
I mean, look, it's always go to South Africa with Alpha Blondie and all those people.
Yes.
When they do a concert, I mean, it's like hundreds of thousands of people,
So at least 500,000 goes to Rotterdam every year in Spain.
Well, that's why Jamaica should be proud and happy of endorsing such a project, because you know why? When you go out and you do these documentaries or have a show in Jamaica, it brings and it helps the economy as well and the people. So it's so much that this documentary is going to do in this time when it's being aired and once it's finalized. There's so much other benefits that's going to come from it, and it's just so important.
And the older artists is very important to my heart because a lot of them wasn't treated fairly.
That's true, very true.
And I have to be upfront and honest with the journey. A lot of them wasn't educated about the rights of making sure you get your papers in order. And remember, the music business is a business. Not because you love it, but if you don't take care of the business end, at the end of the day, you're gonna die and poor. And a lot of artists did. So my journey is I want to feature of course I'm doing the evolution and give them back the love that we love you. I'm going to put them on camera to show we love you, and at the end they're going to get some monetary fund because we need to help them. I'm not just doing the documentary to do the documentary. It's a lot behind it to help them, to bring them up back again. Let the world see these veteran artists that paved the way and give them the respect again that they could get more work because of the documentary and make some more money and live better now.
And they should be very appreciative of this too, Marsha, because like you just said, some were forgotten about, some were not given their just due or proper credit for what they contributed. And here you are reaching back out to where these people exist, for those who still left, who's alive, and you're pulling them back to the forefront and say, no, we want to say thank you. We want to recognize your contributions. And For the Love of Reggae is going to do exactly that. And that's what it's doing, to bring these names up that were forgotten about, or some people may not even know of. Some of the names are even new to me. And I thought I knew a little something about reggae music, but I didn't know all of these names and people. But I see many of them, as I looked on YouTube, are famous and have been around for many years, decades.
Yeah. And the musician, remember, even this artist named Charlie Organier, he's a legend. He was going to be on the show today, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. But he used to play the organ with Prince Buster. He was Charlie Organier, and he plays with all the other artists with the ska music. It was him, and he didn't get no recognition because his name wasn't on anything for him to get his money, his royalty. And these things need to be told.
Yeah, because like you're saying, if they didn't have proper education or management, a lot of them were used and didn't get the benefit. Other people walked away with the wealth off of their talent, and unfortunately,
he's just a producer.
Yeah,
really. And the producer didn't share, because the producer put their name on it, and a lot of the artists, like Charlie Organier, need to put his name down that he's a part of that album, and it wasn't. And now he's fighting. He's fighting right now in his 80s. He's fighting to get what he's supposed to get because he earned it.
So if we had a viewer out there who says, you know what, we like what we hear today, we support what we hear today, and not only that, we want to get it wrapped up today and get it on the road. So how could people reach out and get to you email-wise? How could people communicate with you?
Well, in FTLOR2019@gmail.com. And you can always text
That's
me.
what?
FTLOR 2019 @gmail.com.
At Gmail. So that's the acronym for the love of reggae, right?
Yes, that's abbreviation for the love of reggae.
Yeah.
It's so easy. That's the abbreviation of 2019.
Okay.
And of course, you can always text me, or you can get me on my Facebook, Marcia V, initial V, Deans, Deans.
V for victory, right?
Yes.
Okay. Marcia V Deans.
Yes.
Got you.
And link me on Facebook, messenger me on Facebook, because I really need.
What about phone numbers?
And you can reach, of course. I'm not hiding anything. You can reach me because I'm out here on a journey to get
some
support.
people may want to get this thing moving quickly.
I need to get it moving quickly.
So what is the phone number?
347-633-0938.
0938.
Yes.
Well, that's something that it's a worthy cause, and it's a good that people tune in and listen, and the documentary's there. They could go online and they could email you any suggestions or ideas.
Of course.
Or maybe if they want even to have something where they're located in their city, state, or country, and say, Marcia, could you come down here and show a trailer and promote it here as well?
I would love to.
People will love it. So that's why they could reach out, because you love to do it as you've been doing the traveling. So you can reach out.
Yes.
And, I'm sure people in Asia will love it. I'm sure people in Asia who's listening will love it. Europe, who's listening, and all around, Middle East, who's listening. I'm sure, why not? They have reggae. They listen to it in the Middle East as well, believe it or not.
But I'm bringing the real original artists, telling their story. And that's the secret.
So now this is a race now. Whoever's the first to get to Marcia and get this done is the first.
We're ready.
So it's starting here today and now, and we're looking forward to finalizing of this first segment for the Love of Reggae documentary. It's coming soon, and
Definitely
I just
coming good.
can't help but to
He loves it.
love this beautiful, colorful
That's what it's about.
poster so well, and to see entertainers. I always look to see the positive things or something, and all I don't see wrong here. I don't see crime here. I don't see harm here. All I see is people use their God-gifted talent to do something, not for themselves, but they're not singing or playing instrument to them. They're playing it to you, to people. So this is the love of it. You have to love it, and this is for the love of reggae. And this is something that I respect, honor, and happy to see.
These are amazing musicians.
Amazing. So I'm happy, Marcia, for your work. God, from here on, make it come to fruition now. And it get on the road. So in 2025, we'll be watching the completed documentary of the first segment of For the Love of Reggae. Remember where you heard it first. And we thank you for visiting us here at Millennium News. It's good that you took your time to come over. I know you was out of the country. You came back in and you come into the studio. So we thank you for that. And
now on the 2nd, I'm off to Italy to push it more.
Yes. So that's a good thing. So push it, and the success is in the air. And we will just be waiting for the date in 2025 where it will be airing. And don't forget, Millennium News would like you to come back one day and show our viewers and listeners.
I am coming back.
The documentary.
Definitely.
We would take one segment, one show, no discussion, introduction, and introduce, and let the viewers watch the documentary that we talked about today. So we thank you for coming and being on Millennium News 24. We thank you for informing us about the Love of Reggae documentary that's coming soon, and the great artists who will be joining on. And stay tuned for part 2s and 3s of this, because this is just the beginning. So Marcia, thank you once again.
You're welcome.
For being in our studio. And viewers and listeners, thank you for tuning in. And we'll continue to try to keep it entertaining for you in many different views and subjects of our society. And thank you very much. And this is my contribution for the love of reggae by having Ms. Deans here on our show today. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Please don't forget, please call me. This is very important. It's dear to my heart, but it's not about me. It's about giving back to the world, and that knowledge is the key of education. If you don't know where you come from, how can you move forward?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. We did it. This was really good. I can handle it.